Did you know that our Earth, the place we call home, was once a hot jumble of cosmic rocks? Or that the oceans we swim in and the air we breathe were produced by a volcanic activity? Fascinating, isn't it? Now let's begin our journey back in time. Imagine, if you will, a time around 4.5 billion years ago, when there was no Earth, no sun, no solar system, just vast, swirling cloud of interstellar dust and gas, drifting aimlessly in the cosmos. This cosmic cloud, or nebula, started to contract under the relentless pull of gravity, becoming denser and hotter. Tiny particles began to stick together in a process we call accretion, forming larger and larger clumps. These clumps, or planetesimals, began to collide and merge, growing ever larger and hotter. In the heart of this chaos, our nascent planet was taking shape. The intense heat from these violent collisions kept the early Earth in a semi-molten state, with its surface a seething, roiling ocean of magma. Gradually, the number of collisions decreased, and the newborn Earth began to cool. But this was not the cool, green Earth. This was a raw, barren world, its crust constantly reshaped by volcanic activity and occasional impacts. And yet, even in this hostile environment, the seeds of life were being sown. The cooling crust released gases trapped within the molten rock, forming the first primitive atmosphere. Water vapor in this atmosphere condensed to form the first oceans, setting the stage for the next chapter in Earth's story. So, from a fiery molten mass, our planet began to take shape. This was the birth of a planet, birth of our home. But Earth's journey was just beginning. From this tumultuous beginning, our planet would undergo transformations beyond imagination, birthing oceans, continents, and life itself, to become the world we know today. And as we delve deeper into Earth's past, we'll discover how these early stages set the stage for everything that was to follow. For now, let's marvel at the fact that our home, this blue marble in space, was born from a cloud of cosmic dust and gas, shaped by the invisible hands of gravity and time. But how did our planet become the blue planet, you might ask? Well, it's a tale of fire, steam, and time. The Earth, in its early days, was a hotbed of volcanic activity. These fiery vents continually spewed out a multitude of gases, with water vapor being one of the most abundant. Over eons, as the planet cooled, these vast clouds of steam began to condense. Tiny droplets formed, merging into larger ones, and the first rains began to fall. The relentless downpour, spanning millions of years, began to fill the planet's lowest basins. These basins, carved out by the tireless work of geological forces, slowly filled up. Drop by drop, the basins expanded, deepened, and eventually they became our oceans. These massive bodies of water, covering over 70% of the Earth's surface, gave our world its distinctive blue hue when viewed from space. And thus, Earth earned its nickname, the Blue Planet. How did our planet get its breath of life? Picture this. Billions of years ago, microscopic organisms called cyanobacteria began to populate Earth's waters. These tiny life forms, as unassuming as they were, held the power to change the world. Through a process we now call photosynthesis, cyanobacteria started to convert sunlight into energy, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. This process was slow, painstakingly so. But over the course of millions of years, these little oxygen factories began to fill our atmosphere with what we now recognize as the breath of life. Oxygen. This dramatic shift, often referred to as the oxygen revolution, was a game changer. It allowed for the development of more complex life forms that relied on oxygen for survival. The oxygenation of Earth's atmosphere was a key turning point in our planet's history, a significant milestone on the road to the diverse biosphere we know today. This was the first breath of life, setting the stage for a future teeming with diverse life forms. But when did life truly begin on Earth? Our planet's biologic narrative starts modestly in the vast primordial oceans. Picture an ocean teeming with unseen life, a bustling metropolis of microscopic organisms. These early life forms were simple, single-celled organisms, existing in a world devoid of complex life. They were the pioneers, the first inhabitants of a planet that had yet to experience the beauty of biodiversity. Over countless millennia, these single-celled organisms began to evolve, spurred on by the ever-changing environment and the raw power of natural selection. Their structures grew more complex, and they began to band together, forming the first multicellular organisms. These were the forerunners of all complex life on Earth, the silent architects of the world as we know it. Then came a turning point in our planet's history, a period known as the Cambrian explosion. This was a time of unprecedented biological innovation, a veritable fireworks display of evolution. In a relatively short span of just a few million years, most of the major groups of animals that we know today made their first appearance. It was as if life itself had suddenly been given a new set of tools, and it was eager to experiment. From the humble beginnings of single-celled organisms in the primordial soup, life had diversified into a dazzling array of forms, each more intricate and specialized than the last. The oceans were now teeming with life, a riot of colors and shapes, a testament to the power of evolution. And so, with the Cambrian explosion, the dawn of complex life had arrived. The stage was set for the next chapter in Earth's evolutionary narrative. The journey from simple, single-celled organisms to the dazzling diversity of life we see today was underway. Life, as we know it, was starting to take shape. Or what was Earth's first dominant life form? A question that brings us to the age of reptiles, the Mesozoic era, a time when dinosaurs, the titans of nature, roamed and ruled the Earth. Spanning from 252 million to 66 million years ago, this era was a colossal carnival of reptilian life, divided into three periods: the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. Each period saw a different cast of these magnificent creatures, from the early dinosaurs of the Triassic to the colossal giants of the Jurassic and the diverse species of the Cretaceous. The Mesozoic era was a long, unbroken reign of these reptile kings, yet even the mightiest of reigns must come to an end. 66 million years ago, a cataclysmic event, likely a massive asteroid impact, brought their reign to a sudden and dramatic close. The reign of the dinosaurs ended, making way for a new era. Which era marked the rise of mammals and eventually humans? Welcome to the Cenozoic era, spanning approximately the last 66 million years. This epoch, often referred to as the Age of Mammals, saw a dramatic shift in Earth's dominant life forms. The dinosaurs had fallen, paving the way for mammals to take center stage. In this period, mammals began to evolve into an extraordinary array of forms. Some took to the skies, while others returned to the sea, but it was on land that the most profound evolution occurred. This was the epoch that gave rise to us, the hominids. The Ice Age, a significant part of the Cenozoic era, played a crucial role in shaping Earth's geography and influencing life forms. Glaciers carved out valleys and mountains, and the cyclic freezing and thawing of the planet led to the extinction of many species, yet also drove the evolution of adaptable survivors. From the first hominids to modern humans, the story of Earth is the story of us. What has happened to our planet in the recent past, and where are we heading? We've traversed through billions of years, from Earth's fiery birth to the flourishing of life in its myriad forms. Now, we find ourselves in the 21st century, a time of unprecedented growth and change as we witness the human population skyrocketing. In the blink of an evolutionary eye, we've gone from a few million people to over 7 billion, each with dreams, aspirations, and an increasing demand for resources. But this growth has not come without its challenges. Our insatiable appetite for progress has led us to the brink of a climate crisis, with our planet warming at an alarming rate. Glaciers are melting, sea levels are rising, and extreme weather events are becoming all too common. Our home, this beautiful blue marble, is crying out for help. Yet despite these challenges, the 21st century has also been a time of astonishing technological advancements. We've put a man on the moon, mapped the human genome, and created computers so powerful they fit into the palm of our hand. We've harnessed the power of the atom, and we've begun to unlock the mysteries of the universe itself. But perhaps the most significant technological advancement is our newfound ability to communicate and share ideas at the speed of light. We're more connected than ever before, with the power to inspire change and draw attention to the issues that matter most. As we gaze into the future, we must remember that we are not merely passengers on this cosmic journey, but active participants. It's up to us to use our knowledge, creativity, and compassion to shape the future of our planet. Every decision we make, every action we take, has the potential to make a difference. So, where are we heading? The answer to that question lies within each and every one of us. It's a question of choice, of responsibility, and of hope. As we stand on the brink of a new era, the future of Earth is in our hands. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep wondering.